Yes, Ace of Cake star Duff Goldman could actually eat his outrageous wedding cake. The pastry chef and television personality, 44, defended the underwater-themed dessert he and his wife Jana Colbury had at their January wedding, sharing a video of the two chowing down on it during their reception at the Museum of Natural History in Los Angeles. Get push notifications with news, features and more. Follow, for everyone who doesn't think my cake was a wedding cake, here's a video of my wife at Jana Goldman and I literally eating it at our wedding. Goldman wrote. Related, Duff Goldman is a married man. The chef weds Jana Colbury at the Museum of Natural History. Goldman had fans coming after him on Sunday after creating the out-of-this-world concoction on Sunday's episode of Buddy vs. Duff, his Food Network baking battle show with Cake Boss star Buddy Valastro. In the episode, Goldman and Valastro were challenged with creating the ultimate wedding cake for separate fictional brides. Wanting to stand out, Goldman made a deconstructed wedding cake that hung its multiple tiers from the ceiling alongside sugar medallions and bubblegum sugar balls melted around fishing wire in a mobile-like design, all designed to look like it was under the sea. His inspiration was Colbury, Goldman's then-fiancé, who, he said, reminded him of the delicate, flowing leafy sea dragons that adorned the cake. I want to design a cake for me and Jana because we're about to get married, Goldman said in the episode. I'm going to make a wedding cake that I don't think anyone has tried to make. This is about as non-traditional as a wedding cake gets. Every part of the cake was edible, save for the hot glue gun used to hold the medallions in place. As crazy as it was, Goldman's vision paid off with the judges. Not only did Goldman win the challenge, but the judges praised his out-of-the-box thinking. This is like no wedding cake I've ever seen, said Sherry Yard. Being up close is one thing. The further away you go from the cake, it disappears. You really feel like you're under the sea. It is genius, a work of art, and I am blown away. People don't do wedding cakes like this. They don't even try, added Keegan Gerhard. I think a lot of cakes are beautiful, but I struggle with whether all cakes are art. This is both. There is so much artistry here. Meanwhile, at Goldman's actual wedding, his pastry team also put together a traditional white wedding cake for Colbury and a meat cake for Goldman. The bottom tier is meatballs, the second tier is meatloaf, third tier is lamb shawarma, the top tier is scrapple, he told People at the Time, while sharing the first look at his wedding with our sister publication Martha Stewart Weddings. Then it's iced in mashed potatoes, with bacon roses, and then we have a chocolate fountain that we put gravy in. As for the main courses during the couple's big night, guests, including fellow Food Network star Alex Guarnaschelli, munched on Los Angeles street tacos, a baked potato bar, barbecue and pizza. They also set up a pretzel bar where guests could tie the knot themselves. We wanted fun food that people actually really want to eat, said Goldman. No airline chicken breast and roasted sweet potatoes. Goldman, who owns Charm City Cakes, first popped the question in April 2018 on a whim after having a gut feeling about Colbury, 25. It was really weird. I was in the shower, I was shaving my head and it felt like a punch to my heart. It was just like, boom. You're incredibly in love with this girl, you need to marry her, he said of the moment he knew. Related, see the best celebrity wedding cakes. Because it was such a spontaneous engagement, Goldman didn't have a chance to buy a ring and instead used a piece of butcher's twine as a placeholder. But it wasn't long before he replaced the string with the real thing. I told her she could pick out any kind of ring she wanted, he said, and she went with a thin, very simple, beautiful band. Buddy vs. Duff airs Sundays at 9 p.m. on Food Network.